So LaTeX, or as some say LaTeX, is so the tech language is a way to write math using just text. And a lot of people have tech files that they've rendered into PDFs that they use, but those PDFs are not accessible. But the LaTeX code is still in there and the script. So how can we take that, so those old files that we have, and maybe put some use to them without completely having to retype everything? Now, it's not as easy as just cut and paste and done. That would be way too easy for us. So let's see what we would do. I'm going to look at an old file of mine. So here's my old LaTeX file. My script coding was not very good. I used a lot of V space, H space, and all kinds of things. The math is in here. I just used single $sign. I didn't really do display on many of these. And then when I render this to PDF, this is the beautiful PDF file that does come up that I spent a lot of time creating, but is now inaccessible. So this PDF file I could not use in terms for accessibility. Everything will not be read. So I could take this LaTeX file that I have on the left though, and I can actually use that I could do it in Word or a Canvas page, and I'm going to show the Canvas page this time. So here's my Canvas page, and I've just copied everything in. Now that I will say, one of the things that I did before I called it good on this initial run is it needs a double $sign in Canvas, whereas the tech code previously just needed a single sign. If you did just a single $sign here, it does not render the equations. So one of the things I did was I went into Word, and just on a blank document, I had copied all the tech and then just pasted it in. And then I did a find and a replace of single $signs to double $signs. Now, the only problem with this is if you have double $signs, it will now make them 4. So a lot of little things to look out for. But once I've done that, if I go to save it, because now we have MathJax in Canvas, none of the actual just generic script comes to light. There's just text. But my equations were rendered and will be read. So those are all good. But what I would have to do now is go in and format this as a document that basically I can only use the text and the equations. So I'd go in and erase a lot of stuff. So my title I have here, I'd have to actually change all that. Now I have name and everything. This changes quite a few things, and I have to take out a lot of stuff. So if you're building in tech, you're creating a tech file, less is more, essentially, in the end. But it does keep all my text, and so I can keep that, and then I would delete everything else. This is not ideal. This is not really the route we would want to go. I would actually suggest more so of going to your tech file, maybe just stealing the equation that you want, because look at how long that typing is. I don't want to retype that. I would suggest a better route would possibly be to create a blank draft where you then type in your title, and then, so let me do that. Let me delete all this, and then go back, and then go back to your tech file and actually grab what you need. So here I've typed exam 1, I'll make that heading 2, and then I'll just paste any information I have here. I did italicize some stuff, so I would have to take off some of these little tech things that I have in there, but I take that off, and then let's say I want to bring in that very complicated equation, and I have the formatting going here. Then I could say, okay, problem 1, or however I want to do it, and then go to my tech file, grab that line that had that complicated expression on it, and take that and then just paste it in. Again, I would have to change it from single $sign to double and get rid of some of those extra backslashes. But now if I were to save this, it's much cleaner and it has everything the way I'd want it. I can go in and edit this tech here. So this is and this would actually apply also if you want to do this in Microsoft Word. You do the same type of thing, but instead of doing it into a Canvas page, you do it into the Microsoft Word file, and then you have your math type that can render this LaTeX into your math type equation box that you could then utilize. And that I show how to toggle between tech and math type in another video. So this is a way to take that tech and go straight into math type. I think that I show in a video as well, but this is one way to take it to a Canvas page.